Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of A Picture's Worth a Thousand Words podcast. It's your girl Nelly Nail.
And this your girl Nay. What it do, boo?
That's right, that's right, that's right. Let's first talk about what we are sipping on. And I have a glass of red wine as usual.
Yeah, I don't have nothing. First of all, I drank all my wine last week. And second of all, I just got home. Literally just got home. So
Yeah.
I didn't even have time to get a snack. I usually have a snack.
Oh, speaking of snacks, I have a snack. I have some pineapple chunks. You know what pineapple chunks are good for, right? Or eating
No,
pineapple?
no, I don't.
You don't? Okay, I'm gonna have to tell you after we record. I'm gonna have to tell you after we record. But women out there eat pineapple, lots of it. Anyway, I'm in such a really good mood. I don't know why. Work was actually pretty hectic, but I'm still in a good mood. But I'm still reeling from Mexico. And so I have decided whether she know it or not. Kim is my new travel partner. So anytime I want to go somewhere, or if she got somewhere to go, invite me, and I'm gonna be inviting her because she is a really good. You know how certain friends are good for certain things. Certain friends good for like going to the movie. Certain friends good for brunch. Certain friends for going to the club or lounges. She good for travel because we have fun. Okay. And speaking of Mexico. You know how you, Marquina, and Danielle made me get these nails? People, they made me get nails. I see, so I am a self-proclaimed tomboy.
Oh my God.
So I don't get fake nails. I just get my nails done because also I need the type at work, right? So I remember I was telling y'all how it was hard for me to put on my necklaces. I couldn't, so I was going bare chested to work, right? So I got a hack. I found a necklace hack, okay? Because I
Okay.
couldn't put this on with my nails. So what I did was I connected it with a safety pin. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's a hack. If your my finger's too fat, the nail's too long, get a safety pin. It
Oh
works.
my God.
It works.
Did you see that on Twitter?
No, I literally just came up with it, and I was like, cause just bare chested with a black especially with a turtleneck, you need some kind of necklace on. So yeah, that's what happened. Anyway, what you did this weekend?
I went and got my hair rebraided under this wig. So I got fresh braids. So got my hair washed and braided. And then Sunday I went to church by myself
Not by yourself. Why is that?
because Joe went to the Dolphins game and the kids
Mm.
wouldn't stayed up too late. They wouldn't get up. So I
They
went by
said
myself.
no, get out my room, get out the room.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I went by myself.
So on Friday, even though I'm still recovering from a cold, right? So I got back from Mexico 2 days later, I got a cold. And I didn't want to go out for like a month and a half, right? So Friday, though, I was invited to a birthday dinner. So of course I go out to birthday dinners. If it was like a regular dinner, I'd been like, no, I'll see y'all in March. Um, so since it's her birthday and she came to my birthday dinner, so Friday night I went to a birthday dinner. Then we went to a club afterwards, a hip hop club at that. And I also had to go right after work on Friday. I went to this holiday party for one of my office locations. They kept postponing it back, so I went there, got a little tipsy there, then
Oh my
dipped out and
God.
went to the birthday dinner. But yeah, all day Saturday and Sunday, literally, this is what I did each day. I got up around 10 or 11, ate some oatmeal and fruit, and took some Dayquil, watched TV for like 2 hours, like 2020, Dateline, Abbott Elementary, watched TV for 2 hours, and then passed out to like 4:35 in the afternoon. I went to sleep and it was daytime, and I woke up and it was pitch black outside each day. But that really helped me with my cold. So now I just have like a runny nose sometimes, but no cough and no congestion. So I'm very happy. And then the only football game I actually got to see on Sunday was the second half because I was asleep. Was the second half of the Titans Jags game, and we're gonna get into that later because it was a good one. And on Monday I saw Megan. You know what the movie Megan? It's like a
No.
female Chucky.
Oh
it was, yeah.
yeah, I've heard about it. I haven't seen like the trailer or anything, but yeah, I heard about. I saw like I saw her. She looked real, but not.
Right. She's a
Yeah,
toy, yeah. And the girl Allison Williams, I believe she's the star actress. That's the girl from Get Out who blew up from Get Out.
with the nice facial structure.
Yes,
Okay.
nice facial structure. And her dad is Brian Williams, the reporter that lied about being in Iraq or Afghanistan, something like that. So he off TV now, but she's still, luckily, she's actually a good actress. So she's still getting jobs. But this upcoming weekend, I don't plan on doing anything. I might clean up my oven a little dirty, so I gotta get some oven cleaner and clean it up. Oh,
Well,
and
you know, this is a 3-day weekend. MLK.
and that's, thank you for reminding me of that, because my friend Sashi, the one who likes football and she's a Bills fan, she invited me today to go watch the Bills and Dolphins with her on Sunday. And I'd be like, no, like I'm trying to stay in. I just came back and I'm still getting over a cold. But now you say since Monday is a holiday, I guess I can go watch the game on Sunday for a couple hours with her. So I text her back and say, yeah, I go. Cause she be seeing me going out with like Alex and Jenny and all them. And the only reason she doesn't go out with that group of friends is because one of the girls in that group don't like her. Cause if so, I would bring them all together and just go out once a month with each. But not since they separate, I have to go. And she be seeing me go out with them. And I'm like, I don't want her to think I'm neglecting her. So we'll go watch the Bill game Sunday. Thank you for that. What you doing this weekend? Happy Martin Luther King weekend.
Brooklyn and Braylon just told me literally when I just picked them up that they got invited to a party on Saturday. And I'm like, and they tell y'all 3 days before?
And then you got to get the gifts. Y'all get gifts on the way to parties, though. I was like, why do they do that?
Because you'll know sometimes we might change our mind and not go.
And so the child don't get a gift?
Correct. And then I think Sunday Joe's cousin is having a party. Okay. But you say, okay, but you don't know where they stay. They don't stay around the corner.
Tamarack?
Which I wish that I work in Tamarack. That's not far. Which I wasn't going to go, but because I have Monday off, I was like, okay, I guess. Because I don't like doing nothing on Sunday when I got to work Monday. But no, I think this is the cousin in Fort Pierce, I believe.
Oh, that is far. That's the wedding y'all went to then.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So let's get into some sports updates and then we can get into our first story. So everybody know Damar Hamlin. He's like a household name now. He was discharged from the Cincinnati hospital and returned to Buffalo. And then recently, I think today, he was discharged from the Buffalo hospital. And I also read that the NFL agreed to pay his contract in full because when you're on injury reserve, they don't have to pay your full contract, but they negotiated with something with the NFL and the Players Association to fully pay him his $3.64 million for 4 years. So that's great. The Cleveland Browns requested permission to interview Steelers linebacker coach Brian Flores for their defense coordinator's job. Brian Flores is the man that's suing the NFL. Can you still sue and work? I don't know. Javonte Tank Davis defeated Hector Luis Garcia last weekend. Yes. Arizona Cardinals fired their head coach Cliff Kingsbury, who 10 months ago just signed a contract extension through 2027. So he's still getting that money. Y'all can fire him and he could go for the next 4 years. He can go sit on his couch because he's still making that money. Okay. They still got to pay him. But how you going to fire somebody 10 months after extending their contract?
I don't know if this could be a highlight or not, or just an update. So the Ravens made their linebacker Roquan Smith made him the highest paid NFL linebacker in history with with a 5-year contract of $100 million.
First, that's congrats to him. But okay, we're gonna talk about the Ravens later because I don't understand how they even in the playoffs. But let's first talk about this slap seen and heard around the world, and I sent you the video of it. So the president of UFC was caught on camera slapping his wife on New Year's Eve in a nightclub, and guess where that nightclub is located?
Don't say Florida.
Cabo St. Lucas. They was there at the same time we was there.
It wasn't Sean Payton, was it? Who you said?
Dana White, the UFC president. Don't do Sean Payton like that. He's trying to get back in the league. I still can't believe y'all didn't tell me he was nearby and I could have took a picture with him. But yeah, they went Cabo St. Lucas, BC. So a lot of people was there. Y'all need to come and get into it. So the video shows them first verbally arguing, and then I think he said something, they stopped, and then he leaned over and said something to her, and then she slapped him, and he slapped her back, and it looked like he was going for more, but then people separated them. They've been married for 26 years. They obviously were intoxicated that night. Dana let out a video apology, and he said there's never an excuse for a guy to put his hands on a woman. This has never happened before, which I don't believe, but we'll get into that later. The California Legislative Women's Caucus is calling for the removal of him as the UFC president. Stephen A. Smith, who is a good friend of Dana, says his punishment should be what he would hand down to one of his fighters if his fighters were caught slapping a woman. Sean O'Malley, which is a UFC bantamweight contender, was quoted saying, "I feel bad for Dana. His wife slapped him. That is rude, and it deserves a slapping back. I don't know. It's a tricky one. I don't know. Treat people how you want to be treated." He said other things too, like him and his girl, they've been drunk and never got into a fight like that too. But that was the crust of what he was saying. So what are your thoughts? Should he be fired, suspended, fined? What kind of disciplinary action should he have, if any?
No, I agree with Mr. Malley, Sean O'Malley. No, if she slapped him first.
You saw, or did you see the video? Because I sent it to you. You didn't see it?
You sent it to me on Instagram?
No, in a text, I think. Okay.
But no, if she slapped him first, what he supposed to do? Stand there and look like Boo Boo the Fool? No, I'm slapping you back. It seems like self-defense to me.
Self-defense?
That's what I hear. That's insane. These lady and Judge Lynn Toler always said, you can't go around slapping people just because you're slapping men because you're a woman and you think that everybody ain't disciplined like that not to hit you back.
That is true. Those are facts.
So
I think the only thing I had a problem with, because like you said, first of all, I'd be scared of men when we start arguing. Like the arguing scares me. So it's no way I'm gonna slap somebody while we arguing. Not if he bigger than me, no. Maybe if he's smaller. So first of all, it looked like for him to say, they always say this the first time, this never happened. You know that happened before because you didn't back down. You thought, or maybe you went red and thought she was a man. And I don't know, but I don't think that's the first time it happened. I hate when people say it's the first time and it's never gonna happen again. And he kept saying, we've been together over 30 years and she my best friend. We knew each other since we were 12 and all that. And I'm like, what does that got to do with the issue?
Yeah,
hold on, I'm sorry.
That's crazy. But no, I don't think he should be fired, suspended, or fined. I think he need a pat on the back, if you ask me. Don't
do that. The thing is, whatever. They obviously have done it before. I think she slapped him before, and I think he's like, I think that's normal. It just was caught on camera and they were in public this time. But what got me is in the video, he was still going for more. Like after he slapped her, because he was still like, okay, we about to fight.
And I can tell you why. Because when somebody hits you, You don't know if they
All
gonna keep
bets are off.
Yeah, you don't know if they gonna keep coming or not. So you just defending yourself. That's instinct. Okay. So you don't you try not to let them get no more hits in. You're protecting yourself at that point.
That's the only reason. Yeah, that hasn't happened before. And he talking about in the interview, because you know who did the interview, your favorite news source, TMZ. He was like, and we showed we showed our children the video or whatever, and we know the opinions of every outside people is whatever they are. And he was like, but they're right or whatever. They're right. They're absolutely right. But we show our kids or whatever, and at this point, we want to keep it in-house and we just want to protect our kids and stuff like that. And a lot of people are complaining that this is not getting enough attention, which it probably isn't. But also, I don't think he's going to be disciplined because he's like the president. Like, who disciplines him? Is there a CEO of the UFC? I don't know about that. Can he discipline himself?
The board of directors. Because those are the people that can take down like the president and the CEO of things. Yeah.
That's true.
Speaking of, I just got a letter in the mail, or it was an email from my HOA, and they said a seat just open for the board of directors.
You should try to get on it. Those are very coveted positions.
That's funny.
But yeah, we'll keep talking about that. What do I think a fine isn't gonna do, like, he rich, so it don't matter. Suspended, he just gonna go on another vacation. Fired, if he get fired, then Skip Bayless should get fired for that tweet he sent out and all the other disrespectful stuff he's done. But he not going to get either. He put out his apology. He took accountability, and that's a good thing, because a lot of people don't know how to take accountability. He basically said he was wrong and it's never okay to hit a woman.
Which was a good written statement by his publicist.
Not a written statement. But yeah, women, don't try your hardest. I know we very emotional, because I'm very emotional, but not to anger. I'm like emotional, like to cry. But try not to touch these men, especially when they can dog walk your ass. Okay?
Yeah, if you ain't ready to roll around in the mud,
you better not nuck if you ain't gonna buck. Y'all listen to that song. You only nuck if you ready to buck. Okay? Anyway, let's talk about some NFL. Okay, so the last week of the NFL regular season, we saw Aaron Rodgers and the Packers get eliminated. They lost to Detroit. Detroit said, okay, we not going to the playoffs. Y'all not going either. Okay? And that's that. We gonna spoil y'all postseason. Y'all gonna be watching the playoffs just like us from our couch. Okay?
Yeah, all the Patriots. Sorry, I had to jump in with my team. All the Patriots had to do was win. That's it, and they was in. That's it. They couldn't even do that.
My team ain't in either, but we ain't have a shot in hell. The Cowboys lost to Washington, right? But they still in the playoffs. Dak Prescott. This is an interesting stat. Dak Prescott, which is the Cowboys quarterback, and Davis Mills, which is Houston's quarterback, were tied for the most intercepted passes this season with 15.
Wow.
But mind you, Dak missed like 5 games. If he would have had 30, if he would have played the whole season. So I'm not even going to put Davis Mills on there. It's just Dak Prescott, okay? So Cowboys might not make it to the next round of playoffs. I'm still thinking about my playoff bracket. I need to phone a friend because I need help. I need help. God. I need somebody 2 cents. What? Who wants to be a millionaire when they can phone a friend? I'm gonna have to phone a friend. I'm gonna have to ask somebody.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. You can't compare. Yeah.
The Jags beat the Titans. This was the game I saw the second half of, and that was a win and end game for either one. Because whoever won, they would have won their division. It's divisional, and they would have went in. Sunshine. I can't even say it. Sunshine What is his name? What's the Jazz quarterback
don't know.
name? I like Ty. Is it Tyler? It's not. Hold on. Y'all know I have
We
to
call him Sunshine, y'all. Let
tell
us
him
know.
why.
I was about to say, let us
Oh,
know in the comments if you know why we call Jacksonville quarterback Sunshine.
Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, that's his name. I was so happy they won. I don't know why, because it's like the Titans, they disappointed me so bad last season because I think I had them going all the way that this season I was like, F the Titans. Like, forget the Titans. I like Derrick Henry, but that's all y'all got and y'all need more. Y'all need more, okay?
Yeah, they disappointed me last season too because of your friend. Is it Josh Harrison?
James Harrison.
Sorry,
Shout out
James
to James
Harrison.
from the 8 More Than 92 podcast.
Yeah, he had me hyped up. Like they was gonna do something last year. And I think
That's
I
why you
had
can't
them
listen to
on
Die
my
Hard fans.
bracket. Yeah, I had them on my bracket going to the Super Bowl, I believe.
That's why you can't listen to diehard fans. That's why you can't listen to Skip when it comes to Dallas. You can't listen to me when it comes to the Jets. And you can't listen to James when it comes to the Titans. You need somebody who's objective, okay, and knows the ins and outs and the goods and the bads. We don't need just the goods. And the Bills lost their number one seed because you know the Bills been number one all season. They lost their number one seed because of their record, because that game was canceled. So KC, since they 14-3 and the Bills 13-3, KC got that number one seed and they had a bye week. So we'll see KC next week. But hey, it was worth it. The Bills gonna beat the Dolphins, hopefully. Let's hope the Bills beat the Dolphins. And DeMar is alive to see it. He gonna see it. So that was good. So let's get some of your predictions. Well, all of your predictions for Wild Card weekend. For at least for now, you might change later. But the Seahawks at 49ers.
49. I told y'all already. I think mid-season, I told y'all the Niners going to ship.
Oh, didn't they recently go? Or did they go? I don't know. You know what? I want to go for the 49ers, especially in the bracket. We have a bracket, guys. I think it's $50 to get in. Where you can't just predict each week. You have to predict the entire playoff season along with who goes to the Super Bowl and who winning. I want the 49ers, but I did get some insight because I did phone a friend. I did get some insights on this game because you know the Seahawks and the 49ers are in the same division. Divisional games are always very hard. This will be the third time they played this year, so it's room for error. Like the Seahawks may have got their number, so we'll see. What about the Chargers?
Don't do it to yourself.
Don't do it. Go for the Niners. I do like Kittle. What about the Chargers and the Jags?
I'm gonna go with the Jags. I haven't seen the Chargers play this year, so I don't know about them, but I've heard good things about the Jags. So I'm gonna go with the Jags.
Me too. Sunday, Dolphins at Bills, which is the game I would be out and about seeing. I'm gonna go for the Bills. You know I like the boy. What's his name? I always forget his name. The wide receiver. I like him. Whatever.
Oof, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, I like him too. But you ain't trying to get a ticket to the game? Ain't you close?
Buffalo is upstate New York, man. Stephon Diggs, that's who I like. Buffalo is upstate New York. I probably would freeze before I get there, cause it's all white there. It's all white, and that's another reason why the Dolphins gonna lose, cause it's white. You can't see nothing.
Yeah, they have like like a saying or like a curse, like whenever it's too cold, they always lose in the playoffs. Well, it don't get cold like that down here, y'all. We ain't used to that.
It don't even get that cold down here in New York City. It doesn't get like that. We had the baddest snowstorm I had since been living here, and I've been living here 4 years, was last year. Remember we went to that brunch? And I was like, it's just lightly snowing. By the time I got to the restaurant, my makeup was all over my face. I looked like I was crying. I got lost 3 times. I'm never going out in the snow because it was just lightly snowing, but the whole city was white. It was insane. Never again. The Giants at the Vikings.
Minnesota has been disappointing me lately.
They've been up and down.
So I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. I might have to phone a friend on that one.
Yeah, okay, phone a friend. Okay. I think I'm gonna go for the Vikings because they're home. Ravens at the Bengals, and I didn't even know the Ravens was in how because every time I look at the pool, they lost. What is really going on?
I think it gotta be some upsets.
It always each weekend it be one upset because remember we was like because usually it would be like just two games per day and and I would lose one a day each day, so I will always come out this weekend 2-2 before they added another thing. I'm gonna go with the bet. That is a hard game. Okay. All right. Monday night, Cowboys and Bucks. And before you answer this, have we ever had a Monday night football game on Wildcard, or is it because it's Brady? Because you know they be changing the rules on Brady.
They do. I didn't even know the Bucks had a good enough record. I didn't know
they don't. They like 7-9 or 9-7. Their division sucked, so they were able to squeeze in there. But they in there now. Everybody's 0-0. So
and y'all know, I always say this about Eli and Tom. Y'all done let them in. Y'all in trouble now. I'm going with the Bucks.
You when you just said y'all in trouble now, you sound like the bus driver who uppercutted the lady. Remember, she spit on him and he was like, "You in trouble now. You in trouble now." Boom. That was like a Mortal Kombat. I know that literally just popped in my head when you said that. Cowboys at Bucks. I think they played opening week and the Bucks won. Cowboys has been really sucky lately. I hate to go for Tom Brady, but I love money. I'm gonna go for the Bucks just because they home.
Yeah, I'm going for the Bucks too.
Tampa Bay, Florida. Okay. Okay, and let's get to our highlight of the week.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Highlight of the week is the Georgia Bulldogs. Another down south team. They won the NCAA college football playoff championship 65-7. Yes, you heard correctly. So they won 65-7 over TCU to claim back-to-back championships, right? And they the first back-to-back champs in the college football playoff era. Okay, so they're the first. So kudos to the Georgia Bulldogs. But 65-7, what was going on? Because I didn't watch it.
Actually, when Joe got home from work, he turned it on, and it was like TCU had 7, and I think it was 10. Georgia had 10, and I was rooting for TCU because they were the underdogs. Oh, yeah. But I didn't watch the game. It got out of hand. I was done with it.
And I heard that they actually at one point they put in their backups. So somebody was like, if they would have kept their starters in, it would have been 80-7.
What?
I heard. This is what I heard. I didn't watch it, but that's what I heard. Well, kudos to the Georgia Bulldogs and
But that must have been a boring championship. Don't let the Super Bowl be like that, please.
And because I might be coming home, don't let me come home to a boring Super Bowl. That's flight there and back. I can stay home. I can stay in New York for that. I need an exciting game.
I needed to come down to the last play.
Or the last drive. You know what was a really exciting, at least in my recent memory? It wasn't even recent. It was like either we were in college or high school. But when Carolina played the Patriots and the Patriots beat them by a field goal, I was so upset because I was... And that was Jake Talone. And I'm like, Jake, bring this championship home. And they lost by a field goal. And I was so upset. But it was a really good game.
I love exciting.
I can appreciate a good game if my team lost. Even if my team lost, as long as the game was good.
Yeah, me too. Except when I used to hate when we used to lose to the Colts and Peyton was the quarterback. I hated that. I remember one time I got so mad I banged on the wall because I was that upset. Because I think Bill Belichick tried to win the game instead of, tie to go to you. In those instances, you play the tie. You play the tie. No.
That was so funny when Herb Edwards said, and he stood his ground like you play to win. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to win. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about, but I'm here to win. Okay? He stood on his ground. Anyway, that is all for our episode this week. Tune in next week when we have another episode for you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.